Can you actually borrow money without BVN in Nigeria? So people have been asking and commenting on this particular question after watching different videos on this channel on how to borrow money without BVN in Nigeria. So we'll go into details in this video if it's actually possible to be able to borrow money without BVN in Nigeria. And this is the only truth you can actually hear from me. So you might have seen different loan apps out there, and after getting into that particular app, maybe you are on iPhone or Android device, and when you are trying to apply for a loan, then you might have got an idea that okay, this app is not going to ask you for BVN. Then immediately you download the app, you started the registration, then you bump up to where it asks you to submit your BVN in order to proceed on to the next one where you will be applying for a loan. Then all of a sudden you cannot proceed again due to one or two reasons. Your first reason might be that you don't trust the app, so you don't want to put your BVN out there because you don't know the kind of person the kind of people they are. The second is that you might have it at the back of your mind that you don't want to pay back the loan. The third option is that you don't want them to contact your to keep calling your contact if you fail to pay back the money when you are supposed to pay. So I'm just putting this out just as a context because different people are out there to borrow money for different purpose. Let's say I want to borrow money now for my school fees, and my plan is that okay, my parents will give me back the money. So once they give me back the money, I'll be able to pay back uh, to anyone I actually borrowed the money from. So then I look around to ask from my friends, and I was unable to get the loan. Then the only alternative for me is to come down online and look for a loan app. Maybe I use opay, Palmpay, Cash, Fair Money, New Credits, or We Credit. So I can find any of these loan apps. So now let's say, for example, I found New Credit or We Credit to borrow the money. Then maybe I need a loan of 200,000 naira, for example. So I borrow 200,000 naira from We Credit. And you know, Bakery is going to charge me an interest rate. Let's say the interest rate is two, around 30,000, for example, and the total payback will be around 230,000, for example. So immediately I proceed on to borrow this money. Then I bump up to where it asks me to drop my BVA, with the aim that once my parents give me back the money, I'll be able to pay them back their money. And let's say my parents are planning to give me like 250,000 naira by month end. And then the time to pay back with credit loan is in the next 2 months. For example, let's say I have 2 month loan interval to pay back the money. So I have 2 months to pay back, which of course equivalent to 30,000 naira plus the 2,000 naira, which is the main money that I borrowed, which is 230,000 naira. But with my own plan that okay, I want to borrow this money in order to pay my school fees as fast as possible. And once my parents give me back the money, I'll be able to refund the loan app or anyone I actually borrowed the money from, for example. So eventually I trusted this platform because I'm the one in need. So I have to take the loan. Then I didn't care about the BVN, so I just proceed on to borrow the money. Then time goes on after a month. Then my parents give me back the money. So they give me 250,000 naira. Then, like the 2 month interval that we credit actually gave me is not elapsed, is not yet reached. So the next thing for me to do, if I had to be a good person that this platform actually helped me, I have to pay back the money immediately I receive it. Now, here is the thing. There is two ways. There are some people that they will have the money back, that the money they borrowed from any of this loan app back before the loan time reached. Then they will decide not to pay and use the money for another thing because this loan app is not threatening them or because it's not yet time. Then once the time now come, maybe they won't have the money as at that time. And there are some people that feel like, hey, since they are not calling me, I don't have to pay back. So let's see if they will call me or not. Like different people out there. So now let's say, for example, I pay back the money less time to the 2 months that they actually gave me or the 2 months we actually agree on. Then I pay back my money. I won't have any issue with this loan app and our business is done. Next time, if I need a loan and I come back to this app, I will be granted loan without wasting much time because they already trust me. I have borrowed money from them and they will even increase my credit score. This is not just credit. This is applicable to other loan apps. Now let's say you don't pay back the money, for example, or let's say I don't pay back the money, for example. Now the 2 months have reached, I didn't pay back the money. Then the next thing for them to do is to call me. You call my number, ask me what's going on. I borrowed money from them and I haven't paid back. There are different people that will say, why will you be calling me? I know for a fact that people in Nigeria can actually do that. Why will you be calling me? Different assault or something like that, you know? So I know you might have seen different kind of scenarios out there too. And that sort of people will be like, I'll pay back once I have the money. Like sometimes I feel like it doesn't really make sense because if you borrow money from a friend of yours or someone borrow money from you and that person give you a response like that, how will you also feel? So let's just be realistic here. All these loan app, they are also running business. This is not only in Nigeria, there are different countries, almost every country have business that they run loan and they are also giving loan to people that are very in need. So I didn't see any reason why you want to borrow money and you won't want to pay back the money you borrowed. So now, here is why those loan apps are requesting for a BVN so that they will be able to have access to the inside of you and know the kind of different banks you have. And not just only that, this can also help them to determine how much they should borrow you, how much do you receive on a monthly basis. And this can help them increase how much you can actually borrow from their platform. So it's of two ways. It might be an advantage for you if they request for a BVN, and it might be a disadvantage for some people if a loan app requested for their BVN. The way it can actually be a disadvantage is the fact that you don't want to pay back the money or you don't want them to access your contacts. The way it can be an advantage for you is that maybe a loan app is offering people 100,000 naira, for example, and you need a 200,000 naira loan. So once you provide a BVN and they see that you are kind of like a businessman who receive each amount of money on a monthly basis or a weekly basis, they will definitely even borrow you more than 200,000. That is how it works. Not all loan app will have access to your contact and be calling different contacts from your list because you don't pay back. There are some that would not even call any of your contacts, and that happens. But from my own point of view, I would advise anyone who is actually interested in borrowing money, so you don't have to be worried about your BVN. You can provide your BVN to any legit loan app you find out there. We have make a video review about different loan apps that we believe that they are legit. Way credit is legit, new credit is legit, fair money is legit, all cash, opay, Palmpay, all these loan apps are very legit in Nigeria that you can use to borrow money without any issue. And if they request for any details from you, you can definitely provide it for them because they're not gonna scam you or uh have access to your contact list if you don't grant that particular thing or if you don't breach against their terms and condition or their privacy policy. So that is how it works. And if you have any other question, you can let me know through the comment section below. Thank you.